I'm Heather Greene, the founder of ELVN Studios. My dad's mom, my grandma Maggie, she got me into sewing. My grandmother's maiden name is Elve, E-L-V-E, and she has been a big part of what got me sewing in the first place, so I kind of wanted to honor her. I named it ELVN because I have an ear that some friends have made fun of for being slightly elf-like. So I figured it would be an homage to this part of myself as well as to my grandmother. She was an amazing woman. She looked at me when I was visiting one time and she said, "I think you need a project. I'm going to teach you how to make a pillow." And I was like, "Oh, okay." She did so by teaching me a particular pattern. It's a quilt pattern called Lightning in the Rainforest. Part of what I really admired is she realized when she was getting older that she was kind of becoming a bit more isolated, and so she put an ad in the local paper to I'll teach quilting lessons to whoever will come over, and 6 to 8 different women all signed up, and they took lessons from her for 10 years. And it really spoke to me just how powerful when you can share that knowledge with people. That was over 20 years ago, and I had always just been really obsessing with that pattern because I loved the geometric contemporary aspect of it. But when I made it with my grandmother, we did it in a very traditional way of making quilts with calicos and different sweet patterns, and I wanted to try and contemporize it. One of the artists that I am just forever grateful for and insanely inspired by is David Hockney. I'm not alone in that club. His work, particularly with color and the usage of color and the way it's paired, is just, to me, kind of like no other. He was a huge inspiration for me by discovering his book, A Bigger Picture. My pillow collection was inspired by that book. I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. So I picked out a few different paintings within and then decided to try to recreate this Lightning in the Rainforest pattern, but with solid, very bold shades and out of linen. My grandma Maggie taught me the Lightning in the Rainforest quilt pattern, which led me on a beautiful road of discovery to Korean bojagi techniques of sewing. It was this beautiful practice of collecting fabric remnants and scraps and often hand sewing them together in this way, and then you would wrap a present in this piece of fabric, and then that is what you would gift someone for a wedding or a special occasion. I started with abstract pieces and eventually have now combined my other love of sets and interiors to create interior moments within bojagi textile pieces. The thing that mesmerizes me about the bojagi practice is the fact that it has no raw edges, and there's clean seams on both sides so that when the light hits it, it resembles stained glass. Part of what helps me to continue down this path is this very lucky side effect of seeing a piece when it's finished and having the light shine through. It had this effect on me that made me feel so calm and just allowed me to Well, it makes me feel honestly just like very grateful and helps me to be a lot more in the moment. And if that was a side effect that happened to me, I would never be so bold to assume it would happen to others. But if I could in any way help just things to feel a little bit more calmer or maybe even a little more dreamy for a minute, that would be fantastic. Part of what is really important to me is safeguarding and protecting the knowledge that is passed down through so many matriarchs from generation to generation, and even many different techniques from different cultures. It's like a heritage as well as a knowledge, and it's one of the most comforting ways to learn from the people who came before us. I am so grateful that people took the time to teach me these things, and if I ever can help do that with anybody else, I would absolutely want to, because it opened up my world in a way that I'll forever be grateful for.